Hello, 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 and welcome back to JenHannagans. I know it's been a while. Jen is Jen, I am Hannah. We are two best friends that have been doing this healthy life thing for over 2 years now. Like my elephant. My dog is also in my lap. She's not sure why I'm sitting on the floor, but I like the backdrop of the tree and the fireplace. Anyway, as I was saying, it's been over 2 years. It's been over 2.5 years since we've been doing this. We started with WW Blue, and then we went to iTrack Bites Better Balance, and now we're doing that and calorie counting and all the things. Together we've lost over 200 pounds. Jen has had a panniculectomy, and I personally have lost 160 pounds in that time. My highest weight was 500 pounds, and I'm nowhere near that now. So, today is Thanksgiving. At least it is when I'm filming this. You won't see it until tomorrow. But I wanted to say happy Thanksgiving and just talk a little bit about what I'm thankful for. Obviously, I'm thankful for my family, and I'm thankful for Jen because I could not do this without her. But I'm thankful for you all. I'm thankful for YouTube and whoever watches our videos because knowing that we have this channel keeps me on track sometimes. Not gonna lie, even though we haven't been posting videos, it's not because we're not doing this. It's because life is busy right now. Lately, I've been working like 60-hour weeks, and working that much and still doing church 4 or 5 times a week. Gets busy, and there's not a lot of time for filming, so that's what's been happening. If you've kept up, in November I'm doing calorie counting, and it is working for me, so I'm going to continue that for now. Jen and I will talk more about that in a future video if we ever get the chance to sit down and talk on camera. We talk all the time, just not on camera. So Thanksgiving and what I'm thankful for. I was actually thinking on the way home, because I've left my house twice today, both times to go to Jen's. And I was thinking about the difference between our first Thanksgiving and this one. This is our third Thanksgiving doing some kind of program in order to better our health and lose weight. And it really is a healthy thing for us. If you've seen our past videos, you know that. And I could have done a video leading up to Thanksgiving of tips to survive Thanksgiving, but we did that last year. But today I was really thinking about the differences. So, first of all, we started this morning out with a walk. The goal was a 5K. We ended up doing 3.5 miles, and it was 32 degrees and windy and cold. It was bitter cold, but we did it. I walked blisters into the back of my heels because I was breaking in new shoes, and that's okay. I had to get new shoes because my old shoes were giving me blisters on the balls of my feet because they were a size and a half too big. Our first Thanksgiving on WW Blue, I remember so much anxiety leading up to it. Of what am I going to eat? What is there that I can do to keep within my points? And then finally deciding, I either decided I was going to track everything and not care how many points it was. I think that was my initial decision, and then I ended up not tracking because when I got too close to my points, I started getting nervous and upset, and so I just decided I wasn't going to track. Last year, I distinctly remember not tracking. It was I'm going to do my best. I'm going to set myself up with foods that are healthy for me, but I'm not going to track. I think that was the approach I took last year. And I think I may have actually ended up tracking. It's always that way. I decide to do it one way, and then I end up doing it the other. But there was still some anxiousness and anxiety and a lot of what are we going to put on the menu type stuff beforehand. This year wasn't like that. I am calorie counting, so that changed a little bit because Some of the things that would be higher points are actually lower calorie. But I really didn't think about it. In fact, we didn't finalize. We got all the stuff for a lot of different things, but we didn't finalize Thanksgiving menu until today. So for me, I live with my parents, or they live with me, depends on who you ask, but it's just us three. And so we did Thanksgiving lunch about 2, and we were all kind of laughing. I'll put up a picture here or here, I don't know, one of these places, probably here, of our table. But we were laughing because we had a very full table, but it was less than half the food of what we normally would have. So, you know, we normally do typical Thanksgiving: turkey, yeasted rolls, dressing, mashed potatoes, which was always a 10-pound bag, with lots of butter and milk. And then, let's see, angeled eggs. We call them angeled eggs because when I was a kid, I didn't want to eat anything that was called deviled anything. So we called them angeled eggs and told people that it was because we beat the devil out of them. Then we would have green beans or green bean casserole, corn, but it was always creamed corn. What am I missing? Oh, Watergate salad, which I never understood why that was on the dinner table, because it's marshmallows and pistachio pudding and Cool Whip. So I never knew why it was on the dinner table, but that was always there. And then, of course, we'd have pumpkin pie, pecan pie, sugar cookies, probably brownies, and Ronnie's Delight, which is a dessert my dad, or my grandfather, mom's dad, used to make. And we would have all that, and sometimes ham in addition to the turkey. And it was just us three. Now, most of the time, if we had ham, it's because we had other people over. And we had the same meal when we were doing big Thanksgivings with the family. But we cooked the same amount of food when it was just us three. And I'd fill the plate, and I'd fill it a couple times. And I'd eat so much that I'd make myself sick or feel sick. And I'd still go back for dessert, every kind. And it was just a lot. And we were laughing because our table today was turkey and a small thing of green bean casserole and dressing. And we made mom some mashed potatoes, but so that I wouldn't be tempted to overeat, and also because it actually kind of sounded better, we did baked sweet potatoes for me and Dad. And that was it. Yeah, that was it on our dinner table. And we all made our plates, and I'll show you a picture of my plate too. Here again, probably. Made our plate, and that was it. I did have the second half of my sweet potato, but didn't go back for seconds on anything, and had to wait an hour before we could even attempt dessert. For dessert, I made mom brownies, and I made Dad a rando pudding that I pulled out of what we had. It was actually really good. It was reduced sugar peanut butter mixed with some reduced fat Cool Whip on the bottom, and then banana pudding with crushed banana in it, with some Lindley's chocolate chips and the light Hershey syrup. Made a really good dessert, but I only had a tablespoon of it. So everything that I had for lunch was 1,111 calories. It was 1,111. And that was really funny to me. But I had over 3,000 calories that I could eat today. I still have 800 left after dinner. So for dinner, I went to Jen's and again had turkey, had a little bit of stuffing, had some mashed potatoes, had a tablespoon maybe of yams, and then I had cheesecake and brownie. I'm still within my calories, and that's amazing to me, and I am super full. There's a huge difference. My parents ate a lot less and were satisfied a lot more. than we used to be because we've gotten so much better at learning our bodies. So if you're just starting and the holidays are hard, I get it. The first year and even last year, the holidays were hard because we center so much around food. But now, 3 years in, Thanksgiving was not difficult for me to remain within calories. And if I had been doing points, it wouldn't have been hard for me to remain within points because you just get better at eating better. And it gets easier and you start noticing your body and how you feel, and you stop eating when you feel full. So if you're just starting, or if you're struggling during the holidays and with the parties and stuff, just know it gets better. Do everything you can. Like, seriously, fill your plate up with vegetables. Go for the low point options. If you're going to a party, take something that you can eat and enjoy. But don't beat yourself up because it does get easier. It gets a lot easier, and that is something that I am very thankful for today. So, I am sorry that we haven't been uploading on a regular basis. I am not going to promise that that's going to change anytime soon because for at least the next month, we are extremely busy. But we still love you. We're still here. We're still doing the thing. I will try to film a video at the end of the month about my experience with calorie counting and how that's going. And we love you, and we will see you all later. So, happy Thanksgiving.